All right, welcome to our Manager Console tutorial for cashing in a till. We are in the Manager Console here on the cash control screen, and to cash in a till, we're going to select in the upper left-hand corner the icon that says Cash In. We double-click that, and it opens our window that allows us to cash in a till. The first step being to select the team member that this till will be assigned to. You can do that using either the drop-down menu on the right-hand side, or by typing the team member's last name in, and then their name will come up to be selected. The next step is to select the till number. You can enter that number manually or hit next till number, and the POS will assign that automatically. Finally, put in the cash amount that you want in that till, $150 in this case. Hit OK, and that till is now cashed in. If we hit close here, we can open the next icon, which is Manage Tills, and we can see which tills are open, and we can see the till we just assigned to our team member. Manager Console assigning multiple team members to a till. Alright, so we're going to stay in our Manage Tills screen here, and we're going to look at how to add a team member to an existing till so that we have either 2 or 3 team members assigned to the same till. We're going to find our ellipsis button, which is this ... and it gives us extra options to add a team member to the till. We're going to find this Add Employee button, click that, and similar to before, we can either use the drop down arrow on the right hand side or search their name, keep the till number the same, hit OK, and then when we close out of this screen we can see 2 team members assigned, and then when we look at our Manage Till screen it'll list both team members there as well. Manager Console, removing a team member from a till. We're still in our Manage Till screen here, and we're going to look at removing a team member from a till. So on this till we have 2 team members. In order to remove a team member, we find our ... button for more options, select that, and it'll pull up a list of the team members assigned to this till. We choose the team member we want to remove, hit the Remove button on the right hand side, and then we can go ahead and close this window, and we'll see again on our Manage Till screen now that is assigned to just the 1 team member. Manager Console, cashing out a till. So we are here in our cash control screen, and we're going to learn how to cash out a till. We do that in the Manage Tills screen, so we're going to find our icon for Manage Tills, double click that and open it up. This will show us a list of any tills that are currently cashed in. To cash one out, we find on the right hand side the Cash Out button, and it'll open this screen for us. And we can take a look here, get a broad overview of the money taken in by this till. We can see all the different line items, and this will show how much money this till has collected. Right now we can see by looking at these lines, no money was collected by this till. If we had collected money, we would take our cash calculator button in the bottom right hand, click that, and we would enter in the amount of each denomination that is in the till. When I say amount, I mean the number of that denomination. For example, if we collected 5 $20 bills that day, we would put in 5, and we see that the cash calculator generates the amount that is. If we put in that we had $100 in here, the till would think we had 2,000. So we would put in 5, and it would calculate for us that we have $100. I'm going to hit cancel here since we did not actually collect any cash, and hit cash out this till. And when I select that, it'll ask if I want to confirm. When I do confirm, it will generate this report for us, which gives us an overview of the day for this till. A lot of very useful information in here. And a best practice is to print this and keep it with the receipts from that till for the day. In order to print, select the tiny little print option in the top of the screen, and then select the appropriate printer. Manager Console, creating a discount. So here we are again in our cash control screen, and we're going to look at setting up a new discount in the system, and we do that in the discount maintenance portion of cash control. You can find the icon for discount maintenance in the bottom left hand corner of the screen. By double clicking, you can open that up, and see a list of all the discounts that are in the system. If you go to this drop down here and click into it, you can see currently all of the discounts that are in the system. Right now, we're going to look at adding a new discount. So we find this add button on the bottom of the screen here. You can see it gives us a blank form to fill in the information about our discount. For this example, we're going to use a school jump. Let's say we have a school coming in and we want to set up a discount code for them to encourage more jumpers. So we can go ahead and choose the discount type. This one is going to be for customer. We also have options for employee, manager, etc. And then the discount type, we can have flat amount, a percentage, or buy X, get Y free. Right now we're going to set it at a flat amount, and that flat amount we're going to use is going to be $5. So anyone that comes in for this school will get $5 off of their ticket. And we have a lot of options over here on the right. We can make this web enabled, we can require a manager authorization, we can ask to have notes added, we can also set the number of times that this can be used in a transaction so that only one person, or that this discount can only be applied one time. We're going to create that right here by putting 1 in the box. Going over to the next tab, we also can set the date and time that this discount is valid. So if we so choose, we can set it valid just for today. We could set it valid for a week, whatever range that we choose. You also can restrict it to certain inventory items. By selecting restrict to list, it'll bring up options for you to select which inventory items this applies to. By hitting OK, you've now added this discount, and you can see the details here on the General tab. If you want to make any changes to that discount, hit edit, and it will allow you to come back in and make adjustments. Manager console, creating new inventory. Okay, so we're in our Manager console and we need to add an inventory item. We do that under inventory. So on our left-hand side menu, we're going to select the inventory option. That's going to open up a new screen for us. When we're adding an inventory item, we do that in item maintenance, which is found in the top left-hand corner of the screen. We're going to double click that and it's going to open up this screen, which shows us every single item in our POS on the left-hand side. So this is everything we have for sale in our park. And as we scroll through here, you can see that all of these are displayed alphabetically. Right now we're looking to add an item, so we're going to go to this add button down here, and it's going to open up a new inventory item that we can add. For this example, we're going to add a new jump ticket. So for the sake of example, we will call this new jump ticket. Once we put the item name in, we have to select the type of item, and for jump tickets we're going to go with barcode ticket. That's the format we use. And we're going to go select the category, which is open jump, and the subcategory, which is jump times. The category and subcategory are very important in terms of reporting. When you pull revenue reports, it will then make sure that this ticket is assigned under the open jump category. Next, we do have to select a ticket format, and this is exactly what prints out of the Boca printer onto your ticket. In this system, we just have jump ticket. You will have additional formats that are jump ticket plus 60, jump ticket plus 90, that define how long the jump ticket is for. This next step is very crucial to jump tickets, and it is that you check this box, ask for customer, and then when the option comes up, you check the box waiver required. This is essential because this is what asks us to verify a waiver before a jump. If we do not have these checked, we cannot use this as a jump ticket because we have to verify they have a waiver before they jump. After we've completed all those options, we can go to our details where we can set the price of the ticket. For example, again, just for this example, we're going to use $15 for the ticket, and then we set the tax. If it is taxable, you can select yes, and that will add tax to the price of the jump. If you prefer to keep pricing simple, you can go with included, and that will backtrack the tax so that after tax, the total is $15. Manager Console, creating new inventory, part 2. Okay, so we're back in our item maintenance screen here, and as you can see on the left hand side we have our running list of all the items available in the park. This time we're going to go ahead and add a retail item. We're going to add a pretzel to inventory. So if we hit add, we're going to go ahead and put in the description pretzel, because this is how it will show up in the system. It's also how it will show up in any revenue and inventory reports and on the left hand side there. It is a retail item, it is active, and we're going to go ahead and put it in the food category, and for subcategory we're going to use snacks. This will let us see how well it is selling. For this item we're going to select the tracked check mark, and what that does is it tracks it through inventory. So if you're using CenterEdge for inventory and putting your initial amount in, it will now remove one every time it is sold from that inventory. When you go back and do an inventory check, it'll make that process much easier. Again, we have to go to our detail and select that it is taxable, as well as setting the retail price. For this example, we'll go to $4. At this point, you can hit OK, and your pretzel will be added to the system. Manager console, creating new inventory button. Okay, so now we are in our POS screen. We did create the inventory item in item maintenance in the manager console, and now we want to make it available for sale in the POS. So we have to do that in the POS screen. If we look here, we want to find this button that is setup in the bottom right hand corner, because if we look under the food and beverage tab, we'll see here that we don't have our pretzel option that we created before. So by hitting setup, we can hit this green start POS design. And on this first screen, you'll see you can't edit the quartz in this section. There's a little bit different area in CenterEdge for that, but we can adjust the food and beverage. So we're going to select that food and beverage tab and then choose where we want our pretzel button to go. We're going to choose this button right in the middle of the other snack options here. So when we do hit that, we get this screen. We're going to go in the bottom left and hit edit, which will open up our options to edit this button. It is a sell item. We're going to go ahead here and select the inventory item that associates with this button. As you can see, we can search and find pretzel. In the top right, we can change the button text. If we want this to be a little more pronounced, we can put it in all capital letters. We can also make adjustments to the button color. If we want it to be a little bit brighter or stand out a little bit more, select green, and we can change the text color as well. In this case, we're going to try white, so that it really pops and we can really see it. If you really want to, you can also change the text font. Make an adjustment here. And when we hit OK to save, we will see that we just exit this screen and we now have our pretzel button in the screen design. But we are still in the design page. We need to test this button to make sure it works. So we hit exit, we hit exit admin, and CenterEdge will ask us to sign back into the POS. When we do that, we can hit our food and beverage tab and see our pretzel button ready to go. Manager console, end of day report. Welcome back to the manager console. As you can see, we just signed in, so we're on the cash control screen, which we default to. But on our left hand side here in our menu, we're looking for the reports section of manager console. So we're going to go ahead right now and click that reports icon. And what this is going to do is pull up a list of all the possible reports we can choose. Each of these icons is actually a grouping of reports. So each of these buttons will lead you to more reports. We're going to start in our favorites grouping, because we can star certain reports that are our favorites for easy access from this section. And what we're going to run right now is the end of day report. It's a report that we use every day at the end of the day, and it gives us a great look back at how the day went. So we double click end of day report and we choose the date that we would like it for. It defaults to today. You can also select a date in the past to look back. When you hit OK, it will open up a new window and it will pull up the report. We are in test environment right now, so there won't be a lot of data in the report, but we can see the different categories of information that it gives. First, it gives overall sales. This top right is weather information about the day that you have to enter. but it also gives lots of different line items that break out different items that are relevant to the day and that are important to keep track of. For example, credit card revenue, overall revenue, head count, the number of jumpers that came in, as well as any deposits received for parties. Continuing down, it will give you the amount of hours that your team worked, so you have an idea of what your payroll costs for the day. Again, this is a great snapshot of the day and a great way to get an idea of how well the day went in your park. Manager Console, printing the end of day report. If you would like to save this report or print it to paper, you can go up to the top and select the printer icon. And when you select that, it will give you a window here to print. You also can save by hitting the little floppy disk icon. And when you hit that, it will allow you to save this in multiple formats, whether you want it as a PDF, a CSV, Excel, etc. You can save it to your computer and then email it to franchise partner, other managers, or anyone else that needs to see that report. As you can see, it will open up a window that'll allow you to rename it and save it to wherever you may need it. Manager Console, setting up favorite reports. Okay, so we're going to go back into our favorites list here, and when we look at this, it's pretty short. We haven't identified many reports that are favorites. We can do that pretty easily if we find we're using a report quite a bit or we want easier access to it. We go into our reports and let's choose one of the sales reports. Let's go with the division sales report. In this one, we use our mouse and we go ahead and highlight that report, right click, and it'll give us the option to make favorite. When we do that, we see that it now has a star right next to it, which indicates it is a favorite report. And if we jump back into reports and then into favorites, we can see that that division sales report is there for easy access and that it does break out our favorites by the category.